When you were little, you come home from the grocery store, you'd have bags on your arms, you'd truck through the door, just waiting for those fresh strawberries and grapes, because that's what you're looking forward to. And you're about to grab it, you're about to put it in your mouth because they look so good, and your mom said, wait, you better not eat that. You haven't washed those yet. You're like, Mom, come on, they're clean. They just came from the grocery store, the farmer's market, wherever you get your fruits. There's a reason that your mother all these years have told you not to eat those fruits and vegetables. Hello, I'm Laura Nickel.
I'm Caitlin Conley.
And today we'll be saying adios contaminos. Okay. By eating produce without washing it, you are from the grocery store, farmer's market, or wherever you get your fruit or produce. All the things that are on the coating of these fruits and vegetables have now entered your in your body. And every chemical, pesticide, and bacteria has also entered your body. In all stages of food production, food has the chance to be contaminated. From pesticides applied during growth or naturally grown along the way to the grocery store or farmer's market, your food has potentially been contaminated. Each year, 48 million people get sick from food contamination. Do any of you all have a story about getting sick from, say, Mexican or your mom making food? Anybody want to share? Mexican?
Yes, it was a Spanish field trip, and we all got sick.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's bad.
Subway undercooked chicken.
Undercooked chicken. Did you know that if food sits out for 2 hours at room temperature, it also has the chance to get recontaminated? So after you clean your food, if you leave it out for 2 hours, the bacteria has the chance to come back. Listeria is one of the foodborne illnesses that is major when it comes to fruit and vegetables. It comes from the soil and dirt, and we all know what we used to use as fertilizers, manure. And in many circumstances, when you bring your melons home and your cantaloupes, you don't wash them. Because why would you wash a melon or a cantaloupe? I'm going to eat what's inside of it. There's no reason for it. But when you cut inside of a melon, did you know that the knife takes the bacteria from the outside in? And you can't wash off the inside of a melon or a cantaloupe. It's already contaminated. There's no going back. There's no cleaning it. You have now ingested everything on the outside of this fruit. Today, we'll be seeing Adios Contaminos with the all-natural fruit and vegetable cleaner that can get rid of the toxins that has been exposed from the ground all the way to your table.
What is the first thing that comes to mind when you guys think of organic?
Fruits and vegetables.
Fruits and vegetables in general? No chemicals. Okay. The FDA defines organic as grown without using most conventional pesticides, fertilizers made with synthetic ingredients or sewage sludge, bioengineering, or ionizing radiation. I'm going to be talking about the difference between large conventional farming versus small-scale organic farming. I think the key term in that organic definition is most. Even though a product is labeled organic, it can still be allowed to have some chemicals, some pesticides, and herbicides used in that product during growth. These are approved by the USDA and FDA as organic because it does not have a lot of harmful chemicals in it, but they're still harmful. And whenever you buy organic or you buy conventional produce, keep in mind that some conventional farms still come at the organic approach. They still don't use as many chemicals as conventional farms do, and they still keep away as many chemicals as they can. At the same time, some small-scale farms do use pesticides and herbicides and fertilizers as large-scale conventional farms do, because farms' goals is to produce the biggest yield possible. And with the insects and the weeds and all the environment that can mess everything up, the smart thing to do is use some herbicides and pesticides to get rid of those harming factors that could mess up their crop. Pesticides used on organic crops are less conventional because of the FDA and USDA standards. And we also have to keep in mind that even though you are buying a product that is completely organic, there can still things that can harm your food, such as the water could be dirty that has come in contact with it, the soil, and man-made products aren't the only thing that can contaminate and get on your fruits and vegetables. So we have to keep in mind that even if we do buy organic, we still have to wash our fruit as good as if it was from a conventional farming setting.
Think about when your fruit and vegetables are coming from the farm to the market. Where and how far do they travel? What kind of conditions do they go from when they are washed at the factory to when they are on your table at home? Just think about the trucks and the trains. Just visually image these carts being packed and packed on top of each other. There are so many opportunities for bacteria to re-enter your food. And if you take a set of grapes and put them on your table, you might as well just went inside that truck and picked off a few grapes and eat them.
So today we will be making an all-natural fruit and vegetable cleaner that will get all the bacteria, most of the bacteria, and the contaminants off your produce. And it's really simple to make, and you can make it for pennies on the dollar. So our procedure is, first you have to find a spray bottle or purchase or find a spray bottle that has never been used for chemicals of any kind.
So not a Windex bottle, you don't want, you're cleaning a window, like brand new, because whatever's in that bottle is probably still in there.
So, and if the chemicals does get in there, then it's going to make your produce even more contaminated than it already was. Second, get a cup and pour in and mix all three of the ingredients as follows.
Okay, we're not going to spray it on the fruit and vegetable side due to the fact that we don't have any sinks or anything, but we're going to mix it in front of you and show you there's a lot of chemical reactions that happen, so it kind of makes you feel safe about you're going to put this on your produce and it's going to help it be clean. Okay.
2 cups of water. 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And then 2 tablespoons of baking soda. Whenever we mix this in, the mixture will be a little bit foamy and it will sizzle, just to show the acidic power that this simple solution has to clean your produce off.
This gets a little messy, so. And it starts having a chemical reaction on my spoon because there's lemon juice in it. Baking soda's never gonna work that. Okay.
Mix really well so that all the ingredients are mixing with each other. And then you can pour it.
You hear that? Perfect.
And then you pour it in a spray bottle and spray on your food thoroughly, spray it all around, and allow it to sit for 5 minutes or so. And after it sits for 5 minutes, then we can rinse it under cold water. And if there is any dirt or anything that like visibly bad, you can use a kitchen brush, just a common kitchen brush like this or a wire
Especially
brush.
cantaloupe, there's these like little indentions compared to this melon. It'd be easier. You wouldn't have to do so much scrubbing, but there's like a film. You can even like feel the film on cantaloupes. So okay.
If necessary, do this, and then you pat and dry and store it as usual.
All right. Who would like to come up and mix the spray? Just
You see a volunteer.
Anybody. All right, Anna. We just want to show how easy it actually is for even one of us to take the effort to clean. Okay. Yeah, and that's the rest of it should be.
Remaining 2 cups.
It's really neat to see, like, as you pour the baking soda or lemon juice second in the spoon. Like last night when I was doing it, I poured the baking soda first and then the lemon juice, and I could barely get it onto the spoon because it would start bubbling up, like as soon as they reacted, so. And usually, I mean, we would show you that, you know, you can spray it and you're gonna scrub the vegetables and clean it off. And I know that it's kind of an extra step out of the way every day. I mean, nobody wants to take the time to wash off their strawberries when they get them from home, because everybody wants to eat their strawberries as soon as they get them. But this is an extra precaution to make sure that you don't get nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, dehydration, all those food contaminants. And especially like what's going on now, the salmonella and spinach and all those. They say that the triple wash, they triple wash them at the factory, but like I said, when they travel from the factory to your table, you don't know what's happened in between. So today we've learned about food contaminants, the importance of washing your fruits and vegetables, and large scale farming. What did you all learn today that you didn't already know? Anna?
Well, I found it very interesting, the fact that we don't think about it, but when you cut your melons and such, that you are going to have those germs that are carried in by the slicing through them with your knife.
Ashley?
I'm guilty of eating my fruit without washing it. Me too. And I never thought about like poop germs on the fruit. So
Yeah.
I'll probably start washing it.
Okay, like I said, just go over food contaminants. 48 million people a year get sick, and you know, you think somebody, usually it's always Mexican food. You come back and you're like, oh, I just got sick. Well, think about what's going on in the kitchen. Did they leave their tomatoes for their salsa sitting out, and did germs collect? And of course, those places aren't going to take the time to create a wash. But at home, if you create organic salsa, it's important that you take the time to make sure that your whole family doesn't get sick.
And when purchasing produce, it is very important to understand when you do buy organic, there still are chances that there may be herbicides and pesticides on them, as well as if you do buy a large conventional, such as the produce at Kroger or Walmart, that there may not be as many chemicals and herbicides and pesticides that the media puts out that there could be on that produce. And like she said, it's more important that we do understand that pollutants may just not be chemicals, fertilizers, manure, any of that stuff. It can be the water, the hands that touched it on the way to your table, and it's very important to wash your fruit and vegetables.
Okay, so next time you bring home produce, will you take the extra precautions to keep your food clean from toxins? And always remember, adios contaminos.